Hi everybody, it's Diana with StampingWithDie.com and I'm here with this week's Teach Me Tuesdays, and I'm going to do a quick card, well, quick-ish, and I'm going to be using the Snailed It bundle, which is so cute, and so that's what I'm going to be using. You also want to make sure that you stay tuned because I'm close to picking somebody to win the first mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So I'm going to be doing that live. So keep watching for that. Because I'm trying to decide, do I do it here in our Facebook group or do I do it on YouTube? So, there you go. Maybe I should do it in the Facebook group. I don't know. All right. So, let me turn the camera around and we will get started. All right. Hold on. Around and around. Around and around we go. Okay. I'm just going to make sure that I'm in the group. I think I am. Okay. Very good. All right. Hi, Jackie and Stacy. So glad that you're here with me today. All right. Let me make sure I'm halfway crooked. Let's see. Let me get myself straight. All right. Hi, Lily. Good afternoon. Okay, so here is the Hostess Code for March. So if you are ordering from my store and you're not in my stamp club, please use this code. If you are ordering over 150 before tax and shipping, then don't use this code because then you'll get your own hostess benefits. So anyways, and then I already had talked about the how you can earn entries in to get in the mini cut and emboss machine, and I will look if anyone needs me to go over that, but I probably won't today because you can always reference back to a video and then I will go over it another time. Okay, so what I'm going to be using today is, so I already told you I'm going to be using the Snailed It bundle. So these little snails are so stinking adorable. I love them. And they have a matching die, which is even better. And I'm also going to be using the Stitched with Whimsy. Now, this die might have totally, you might have skipped it, not even noticed it in the catalog. So I want to make sure that I used it today because I love stitching on everything. So this is pretty cool. So I'm going to be using those. I'm also going to be using these, the masks. There are also masks in the big catalog. So you may have missed those as well. So it comes as a 4-pack and you get these designs, but I'm going to be using the polka dots today. All right, so let me put those aside. I just kind of keep them on my desk because they are easy to misplace. They are so thin that you might put them in between a piece of cardstock or something. So when you're using things like this, like your dies or, just things that are skinny that you might just set aside, kind of put them in a place, right? So that you know where they're at. Because believe me, I have rebought certain things and then you find it like as soon as you reorder it. All right, so I'm going to be using the polka dots. So what I did was I have a piece of Whisper White, and this is just a regular Whisper White. And what these dies do, they cut your paper, but they leave the impression of stitching, and it's whimsical. That's what it's called, right? Whimsy. So it doesn't cut like a normal die does, right? So we've got, like it doesn't cut the shape out. So we've got this cute little stitch. It goes all the way through. So what I want to do is I want to put some texture in the center. So I'm just going to put a little adhesive on my grid sheet, and I'm just touching it to take some of the tackiness away. Hi, Sherry, Don, Lisa, and Lisa. All right, so I'm putting this down here. So now it's going to be stuck to my grid sheet, but not where I cannot remove it. Okay. So then I'm going to take my little die. Now this right here is just, it's called Post-it note tape, and I just got it off of Amazon. So I'm going to stick that down. And what this will do is it will just hold the mask in place so it doesn't wiggle around while I'm using it. All right, then we're also going to use the blending brush and the pool party and Jeannie and Ginny. Okay, so I'm using the pool party. So I'm just going to get some ink on there, brush a little bit off on the corner, but I just want to bring it into the center. So I want my dots to have some color, but I just want it to be in the center of my stitching. And you can see through the mask. So I just want it to be, and then you can lift it. So I'm going to lift it up briefly. Ooh, that looks good. All right, so I'm going to slide this piece away. So see how it just barely is being held. Okay, so now look how cute. So now I've got these cute little polka dots, and it's in the inside of my stitched area. So then what I want to do is I have a piece that's going to go on the inside of my card, and I want to do the same thing on the inside. So let me lift this up. That's still tacky, that little bit of adhesive. So I'm going to slide this inside, just kind of push it down. And now I want to do the same thing. But this time I want to put my polka dots down here in this corner. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pick up on my brush that pool party. And I am just brushing it on, and I probably won't even re-ink it because I want it to just be that corner. All right, so let me check. Perfect. Now, I did re-ink my pool party a while ago, so that also helps. Because sometimes I had been using it and I needed to refill it, so it seemed like I had to keep loading my blending brush, but today wasn't the case. All right, so then what I'll do is I will just take this off, and I can, use it over and over. Like if I'm going to make a whole bunch of cards the same. If I'm not, then this just comes off. So see how easy it was on here? It didn't like tear or anything. So the Post-it note tape is pretty handy for that. I also use it to hold my dies down when I run it through my Stampin' Cut emboss machine. So then what I'll do is I will just run this under the sink and it will be all clean. What I did do was I wrote front right up here in the corner, and that way if I am using it over and over, and say I go to supper or something and I come back and I have set it down, then I know like, oh, this is the side that has the ink on it before I wash it. So that's just, why it says front there, so that, if you put it like this and then you're blending it, you might get ink from here and then it won't be a true, what you're looking for, because it might be all messy on the other side. So that's why it says, front on there. All right, so let me set those aside. I'm going to get a new piece because there is adhesive on there. And hey, these are so cute. And I need to get to that 900K, so if I need to order more grid sheets, I will. Okay, so let me get my little images. All right, so I'm going to use this little girl, I don't know what it is, on the front. So while I'm coloring that, what I want to do is I want to get my image stamped on the inside so it can be drying while I'm coloring the outside one. All right, so I'm just using my memento, and I'm going to put the cute little mushrooms on the inside. So these little guys are going to go on the inside like like so. And this is just the basic white, regular. Oop, I got a little caca on there. Hold on a minute. I don't think we'll see it when I color. All right. I don't think we will. So we're just going to ignore that. All right. So let's go to this little girl. All right. So let's color her. So we have our blends. And we're going to give her little body. Oh, Lisa, oh my gosh. This polish, I told Jeff, I says, you know what? I don't know what, I hope this polish looks better on camera than it does in real life because it is the brightest pink. I talked about it the other day. It is the brightest pink. And he was teasing me and he was saying it looks like the kind of pink that an 8-year-old little girl would wear because it's like really, really bright. He says it should glow in the dark, but it doesn't. So I'm just glad that it looks good on the camera because between you and me, I cannot wait to change my nail polish color because it's just so, so bright. But anyways, all right. So that was the light flirty flamingo. And now this is the dark petal. And the light petal. And I think this is the perfect little color for our little snail. All right. Perfect, perfect. All right. And then I want to make her little, thanks Lisa. I want to make her little, her house, her little shell. I'm pretending they go inside that. I don't know. I mean, we had a hermit crab years ago. And I'm trying to think. He sucked himself in to his shell. So I'm assuming snails do the same thing. So this is, I'm just going to say that this is the house of the snail. So this right here is Dark Mango Melody. And then I'm going to color the rest of it with the light Mango Melody. So we're just going to pretend that this is where the snail keeps all her books and her clothes, all that stuff inside her little house. All right, so this again was the light Mango Melody. And around. All right, that's good. Good, 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 good. All right. Then what I'm going to take is, I want to take my light gray granite, and I want to put a little bit of color just on the side of the eye right there, just so that it doesn't look like you forgot about the eye, because there is still color. All right, then I want to take my light Bermuda Bay, and just on the bottom of this present, we're going to put a little bit of the light Bermuda Bay. Then my dark Pool Party, and these look so good together. Then this is a dark Pool Party. And then the light Pool Party. All right. Then I'm going to use not Pool Party, we just used Pool Party. I'm going to use Poppy Parade. So before I do the Poppy Parade, I want to take my light soft suede, and I'm going to put a little bit here, a little bit here, 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 and here, because I'm going to take my Poppy Parade. Now, these are kind of small areas, so I'm just going to use the dark Poppy Parade because there's not tons of area to be doing too much blending. So I'm just using those two. But that soft suede, it will give you that natural kind of a dark red. And it's very vibrant. Where if I use a light pool party on this small area, it's really light. All right, so there we have our snail. Look how cute she is. Super, super cute. So let's put her aside and let's pull out our inside. So I don't think I'm gonna see, I will see that, but hopefully no one else will notice that little mark on there because it's just gonna have to be how it is. All right, so we are going to be using the light gray granite. It's like Granny, she would make these quilts. She would crochet these gorgeous quilts. And then she would point out where she had slipped a stitch or something. So sometimes it's the same thing. People don't notice if there's a tiny little boo-boo unless you point it out. So I'm not going to point it out, although it's just between you and me. Okay, so this is just a light gray granite. Then I want my Granny Apple Green. Speaking of Granny. All right, so the Granny Apple Green for the grass. And my leaves. So that was the dark. And then I'll just fill it in with the light. So this set is so cute and it's so whimsical. So it goes perfect with the whimsy dies. And it's just, it's a fun set to color because it's nice and big to color. Because sometimes you'll get an image and it's too tiny to color. You can't really have a lot of fun with it, but this one you can. All right, so this is just my flirty again. My dark flirty, just like I did the snail. And then my dark petal for the tops of the mushrooms. I want to come over again with my light gray because these are white. Those are going to be like white dots. And then we're going to take our soft suede because now we're going to color the mushroom top. And I don't even know if really in real life, if there's such thing as a red mushroom with the white dots, or if it's just, you know, what you see on like fun cartoonish thing. But that's what I'm doing because it's too cute. All right, and then, so this is big enough to do the light and the dark poppy parade. So now I'm just going to cover where I just went with the soft suede. So this is the dark pool party. And this will give me basically like 3 kind of reds. Just take your time going around those circles. That's easier said than done when you're on camera because I feel like I need to speed up. Oh, see? For the camera. And then I just boo-booed that one. I said it would happen and it did. Maybe I should say, oh, maybe I'll win $1 million. You think that would happen if you say it out loud? I think you'd need to actually play the lottery. And we don't. All right, so this is the dark poppy parade. And then I will finish it with the light. So this you can see the difference. See how much lighter that is than the other. And then I'm just rubbing it into that dark just to soften that line a little bit. All right, so there is that colored. And what I do want to do is I'm going to take, oh, there are Sister Jackie. Oh, well, this one, we won't have this one be poisonous. All right, so I'm just going to take my color lifter and I'm just going to push some of that red out of there. And I'll probably have to do it a couple times because red is pretty potent. All right, so let's put our card together. So we have our pool party cardstock. And where's my adhesive? Here it is. So I'm putting this cute little stitched, to pull it over so I can see it, because I made just a thin layer of the cardstock back there. So it's kind of hard to see with the phone in my way. Oh, for Pete's sake. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Just like I said, I can't see with the phone. All right, so I'm coming back over here so I can see to get it straight. All right, there we go. All right, so we have that. Now, what I want to do is I want to take my, you snailed it. Make sure I don't got no fuzz on that. For Pete's sake. All right, so we are going to put this girl here. So she's going to go here. So I want my you snailed it. And it better stamp good for Pete's sake. All right, let's see. Poor Pete. Pete keeps getting blamed today. All right, so you snailed it. Looks good. So, but what I want to do is I want to do it cattywampus. I don't want it to be straight because the card is super fun with its whimsy little stitching and all that kind of stuff. All right, the inside of the card. So let me get my, close that pad. That's just screaming to get my arm in it. All right, so I used the basic white thick for my card base. Give it a good crease. So we want to put this on the inside. So that's going to go on the inside of the card. So that's why I put the layer, because did you see, hang on a minute, did you see that? So if you stamped it on here without putting a layer, this would be sticking out of the back of your card. So what you want to do is you want to just cut, this is just 4 by 5 1/4 is the size that this piece of paper is inside the card. So it's just like 1/4 inch. Oh, Penny, you need this set. It is too cute. And don't forget to get those stencils because they're really, really fun. All right, so anyways, but that way, if you mess up, you know, you can redo it and you haven't messed the whole card up. But then you have a nice back. You don't have that coming through the front. All right, then we're going to put this on the front. And you can see I'm just using up all my old adhesive. I should be using the sealed or whatever seal, but I just want to use up all my snail. All right, and it's perfect, right? I'm using the old snail adhesive, and I'm making a snail card. Okay, so now this girl's going to go here, but let's make it even funner. And these are those wobbles. So I have showed the wobbles before. I hope Stampin' Up! Will start to carry them because they are too fun. But till then, or in case we never do, I just got them off of Amazon. And they're just called wobbles. So what you want to do is just turn your little thing over. So they're sticky on each side. So you just have to peel. So you bend it a little bit. So it just peels off. Then we're going to stick it on the back of our snail. Then it has this backing, and you back it off too. So you take that off. Now you have this loose. Then we're going to bring it over to the card. And we're going to put her right here. So just go like up underneath and give it a push. But now look. So now she wobble, 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 wobble. So she wiggles and wobbles on the card. So anyways, but isn't that so cute? So here's the one I was looking at. So I did pretty close to the same, right? I always have one that that I'm looking at. And you really have to kind of know where to look for that little line of ink that who knows what the heck what it was, but there's always something. That's what lime is. But so anyways, so hopefully you like those, and Penny, hopefully now you can get that set, because they're really, really, really cute, and they're fun to color, and the dies are really fun too, because it has like a lot of different shapes. It makes a cute tiny little envelope. So there's way more to it than the simple card that I showed today. So but yeah, so hopefully you like that. Like I said, watch for, so I probably will come into the Facebook group to pick the first mini cut and emboss machine that I'm giving away. I'll probably do it in our Facebook group. So watch for that, because that should be happening today. So anyways, okay. So I know, Lily. I swear Amazon is here almost every day or every other day, which is, you know, what it is, right? But I have put, we have something called the sandbox that we have for Stampin' Up. And what it is a place that the demonstrators can go, and then we can put like ideas or things that, oh, we would love it if you carried this or tried this or whatever. So I have put that in there a couple times. So if there's ever anything that like you want to see as well, like you wish that Stampin' Up carried, let me know and I can go stick it in that sandbox. Because hey, stuff that, you know, that you've heard people wanting, we've gotten, so doesn't hurt to ask, right? Okay, so that is all that I have to share with you today. And like I said, I'll probably be back here in a little bit. I need to check my orders, but I was close this morning, so all right. So I'm gonna stop blabbing, and I will see you. Oh, okay. So now you're starting to say all these things. Okay, so I'll have to come back and look at this and write them down. All right. So then now I've got all, what's that word? Kabobulated or something like that. But anyways, okay. So I will see you tomorrow. And tomorrow is What You Making Wednesdays. That's at 2 o'clock Arizona time. And that's in my YouTube channel. So if you're watching this replay on YouTube, you're totally in the right place. I would love if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel. I was looking at my analytics or whatever, and it was so interesting to read, like who watches my channel. And I was amazed at the high percentage of the people that were watching my channel that hadn't subscribed. So I would love it if you that you subscribe to it and click that all thing, and then you don't miss anything. I'm getting a little better with the YouTube in regards to kind of warning you a little earlier when I go live and stuff. But anyways, so there's that. All right. I will chat with you later, and thanks so much for joining me today. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.